Hey Grace Kids! Welcome back to Grace Kids TV. Great to see you all today. In today's story, we're going to learn about Paul and Barnabas telling Jews and Gentiles about Jesus. Jesus' followers preached the gospel in Jerusalem, and the good news spread to places like Judea and Samaria. More and more people believed, and new churches began as both Jews and Gentiles began to follow Jesus. But before we get to today's story, let's head over to Grace Kids Trivia to see what you remember from last week's story about God rescuing Peter from prison.
Question 1, true or false? Although King Herod did not believe in Jesus, he was very kind to the believers in the church. And the answer is false. King Herod was very mean to believers. He even hurt a few of them, and he was the one who put Peter into prison. Question 2, true or false? After Peter was in prison, one of the guards took off Peter's chains and handcuffs so he could escape from prison. And the answer is false. An angel actually appeared to Peter in prison, and Peter's handcuffs fell off of his wrists. The angel led Peter out of the prison. Question 3, true or false? After Peter escaped prison, he went to a home where other believers were praying. And the answer is true. This one was true. These believers were praying that God would make a way for Peter to be able to escape prison, and their prayers were answered. Question 4, true or false? When Peter knocked on the door of the believer's house, Rhoda ran to the door, but she did not let Peter in. And the answer is true. Although this seems like it might be false, Rhoda was actually just so excited that Peter was at the door that she had to go back and tell the others that he was there. The others didn't actually believe that Peter was at the door, but he kept knocking, and they eventually did open the door to let him in. And our final question of the day, question 5, true or false? We can only pray for small things that might actually happen. And the answer is false. God can still answer any prayers that we may have, whether small or big. We serve a great God who can answer our prayers no matter how big they may be.
Hello, I'm Megan.
And I'm Jessie. Megan, look at this helicopter I built.
Whoa, Jessie, that is amazing.
Thank you.
How long did it take you to make that?
A really, really long time. It was hard. My friend Pax and I built it together. He had built a helicopter with blocks before, but he said this one was harder.
Oh, well, I am so proud of you guys for not giving up.
Thanks. It was hard, but having this super cool helicopter was worth it.
That's awesome. In today's Bible story, people tried to stop Paul from sharing the gospel, but Paul did not give up. Many people believed in Jesus, and the church grew. Listen to the story. Paul and his friend Barnabas helped start the first churches. The Holy Spirit told Paul and Barnabas that they had an important job to do. The church put their hands on Paul and Barnabas and prayed for them, and they left their city to go do the work God wanted them to do. God led Paul and Barnabas to other cities to tell the good news about Jesus to both Jews and Gentiles, people who were not Jews. Paul and Barnabas went to the city of Lystra. A man was there who had not been able to walk his whole life. Paul healed the man. When the people saw this miracle, they thought Paul and Barnabas were gods. Paul and Barnabas shouted, "No, we are not gods. We are men just like you. We want to tell you the good news of God." Then some Jews came from the other cities Paul and Barnabas had visited. They made trouble in this new city, and the people decided to fight against Paul and Barnabas too. They threw rocks at Paul and dragged him out of the city. The next day, Paul and Barnabas went to the city of Derbe. They told the people about Jesus, and many of them believed. Finally, they returned to the church and told the other believers everything that God had done on their journey and how God helped them share the good news about Jesus with everyone. Paul obeyed the Holy Spirit and shared the gospel with anyone who would listen. People tried to stop Paul, but Paul did not give up. Many people believed in Jesus, and the church grew. The Holy Spirit wants us to tell others about Jesus so they can be saved from their sin.
Hey Grace Kids, I am super excited for the craft this week because you're not only going to make one, but you're going to make 3 cards that you can share with other people that tell our story. So all that you need is the printout that has the 3 cards on it, some scissors, and some coloring utensils, whatever kind you would like. And I'm going to show you exactly how to do our craft. Are you ready? Alright, so first we're going to decorate each of the 3 cards. And you can decorate them the same or all different. It's totally up to you. And then finally, you're going to cut around each of the dotted lines to make 3 cards. Now you have 3 cards that you can share with anybody that you would like. And this is one small way that we can share Jesus' love because he loves us all so, so much. Thanks so much for watching. Have a great week, everyone.